You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello, and what? Sorry, I got too distracted pointing.
All we were doing was pointing at each other.
I'm like, you're one of these two directions.
I can only be one direction.
That's a boy band.
Ugh.
Are you in a boy
I
band?
take it back. I regret saying it.
I said that out loud, and I didn't mean to. It was very upsetting.
My voice started working, and I'm unhappy about it.
It is 4:51 in the morning where you are.
Yeah.
I'm still drinking my third cup of coffee.
I left my coffee in the kitchen.
To be fair, I drink the same cup of coffee. I drink coffee really slowly. So
Yeah.
I just keep topping up the same cup of coffee with hot water, so it looks like I'm drinking more coffee than I am. But it's really just one cup of coffee that is slowly getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So
Sure. You don't top it off with more coffee, you just put water in it?
yeah, I just put water in it.
Oh.
Everybody in the family hates it because if they accidentally pick up my cup and drink it, they're like, "Blah,
This is disgusting.
this is just water, dirty water, coffee bean water."
It is basically dirty water at some point.
Yeah. All right. Now that I've had my singular cup of coffee 3 times.
Yep.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello and welcome to the Swingdom. My name is Ben Ridner. I am an 11.4 handicap. I play Cobra clubs with some Clevelands in the bag. I'm here with my best golfing buddy, Gunnar. He plays Titleist with some Cobras in the bag as well. It is Monday. There was a major. We had a major championship this weekend. There's a new major winner out there holding the PGA Wanamaker Trophy. And we will get into that later. That's what we call a tease. A tease.
Teasing it.
Yes. I watched a bunch of it. I watched it was Thursday, Friday. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be good. And then Saturday I was like, shmeh. And then Sunday I was like, yes, golf.
It was tough. Yeah, so I watched the back end Thursday, Friday, because I work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then
because I work.
Because
yes,
I work.
You have a job.
During the day.
Yeah.
During the day I work. So Thursday, Friday, I watched the back end of the coverage.
Yeah.
Right. And then Saturday, Gavin had a golf tournament in the middle of the afternoon. So no golf coverage because it wasn't airing by the time we had to leave.
Yeah.
And yesterday I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't see much of it. But
I'm not going to tell anybody this though.
Thank you, Internet. For highlights.
So what is the big news this week?
How would you say 3 wins, including a major championship, in 27 starts?
That's good.
Are you joking me?
That's really, really good.
Now, he's by far not the youngest winner at 23 of a major championship. Heck, he's not even like the 10th youngest winner.
No.
But that's the big news. Colin Morikawa.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
It's been good. I was going to say Lydia Ko double bogeying the last hole to give up the LPGA Tour win. That was pretty big news. Yeah.
Well, you asked for the biggest news.
Yeah, I did ask for the biggest news. The biggest news is Colin Morikawa. And then European Tour British man Andy Sullivan. Mm-hmm. He picks up his first win in I think 4 or 5 years, which is great to see him win again. We also had the women's amateur championship, and that was won on the last hole as well, which is pretty cool to see in the highlights. I think the biggest news for me is that Brooks Koepka's getting annoying.
Well, Brooks Koepka made, I think, a lot of enemies this week.
Yeah, he made a lot. Like, I think everybody was sort of like, oh, it was cute last year when you sat down and said, like, I only have to beat 15 guys at the majors, or I only have to beat 10 guys at the majors. Like, that's fine. Go ahead. It's also fine when you're paired with Rory McIlroy and you say, yeah, I don't really see him as competition. He hasn't won a major in 5 years. Like, that's okay. When you start saying that you're better than Dustin Johnson, who is, I wouldn't say he's a beloved figure, but he is such a staple of the tour.
He's the most, we've talked about this. He's the most consistent player.
Yeah. 1,000, yeah, just so consistent.
So, yeah, I mean, he's if you're looking for a winner every year, just once, it's Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, I don't even think you can get odds on that.
No.
Like, I don't think any book would be like, hey, I'm going to put $1 down on Dustin Johnson to win at least once this year. And they'd be like, you're going to win 30 cents.
Yeah.
We're going to take 70 of your cents and you're going to win 30 cents. So, no, that's like, he's just, I thought it was funny when he was poking fun at Bryson because Bryson's annoying. Like, Bryson gets up there and talks science at the podium, and you're just like, that's not, like, that's high school science.
Right. And like, it also doesn't show out on the course as much as he thinks it does.
No. And it's like, and that's the other thing, like, it's high school science. Like, by the time you're a junior in high school and you've taken physics for however long, like, you understand trajectory, momentum, speed, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, if the club head is moving this fast and it impacts the ball at this speed, then the ball will move at this speed. Like, it's not quantum physics. He's not talking about space and light years and things like that. He's talking about moving a golf ball with a stick.
Which, in fairness, they've been talking about since the dawn of golf.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like,
he just won't stop talking about it.
No, and he's like, if I use
we know you have to hit the ball with the club to make it go.
So it's like, I thought that was sort of like, I thought it was cutesy when Brooks was like, let's poke at Bryson DeChambeau. Like, let's poke at him. Especially this week when, was it last week with the fire ants?
Yes, last week with the fire ants.
You know, you're sort of like,
and joking around, see an ant.
But,
nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Where was that? What was
not good. Well, not good. You know what? So after the comments Brooks made about Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy,
comes to his defense.
Comes to his defense and said, if you've won a major championship, you're a hell of a player. I mean, sort of to knock a guy that's got 21 wins on the PGA Tour, which is 3 times what Brooks has.
Yes.
3 times what Brooks has. He said, I'm the most experienced out here, you know?
Well, I think you can even take,
like, I don't know the other guys.
2 WGCs, so, like, aren't those, like, worldwide wins? Do those count as PGA Tour wins?
They're career wins, yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it drives, like, I thought it was cool that Rory came to his defense. I understand why, because it reminded everybody of, the Brooks comments last year with Rory McIlroy.
Well, and not only that, Rory McIlroy earned himself a lot of good guy points this week, especially with the coming to DJ's defense, the drop ball situation.
Yeah.
Did you see that where he dropped the ball? The cameraman accidentally steps on Rory McIlroy's ball, and he gets to replace it. Well, so he places it. He goes, that's much better of a lie than I had originally, and pushes the ball down a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. to give himself a harder lie because
Didn't he miss the cut?
who?
Rory?
No.
Oh.
But he pushes the ball down a little bit. So he has, because the rule is as close to your original lie as possible. And he was like, well, this is a really good lie I have now. That's
Oh,
not,
because, yeah.
that's not
I see what you're saying.
close.
Yeah, he
And
dropped
so
it
he
like on
pushes it
top
down
of,
a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So he
plays
did,
and then gets a bogey.
he
He's a good
unpatrick
guy.
Reeded that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Patrick Reed definitely would have taken it.
Brandel Chambly says that the pin positions were too easy for a Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Brandel Chambly was out there playing.
No. That's it. We're done with that one. You've nailed it. We're not going there anymore.
Yeah, we're done. I'm so excited. We had a major.
Yeah, we had a major. I missed the crowd noise.
Mm-hmm.
I missed
Definitely
crowd
different.
noise. It was quiet. It was different. It was a lot more subdued.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Mickelson shoots 3 over.
Yep.
Tiger shoots 3 under.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Phil joins up in the booth. It was a good time.
Yeah, I enjoyed Phil in the booth.
Not a lot of people did.
I kind of did. He said like a lot, but we all say like a lot.
Yeah, we do. We all have our one little I forget what you call it. It's just like a filler word. We all have our own filler word.
He's going to be the next Nick Faldo. Like when Nick Faldo retires, they're going to put Phil Mickelson there.
Phil's never going to stop playing golf, so I don't know.
That's also true. Hitting bombs. Hitting bombs. I don't really know. Like all of the news got sucked up by the major.
Yeah, and all the news was basically major related. Yeah. I didn't really see anything all week that was too newsworthy other than
Brooks being annoying.
Brooks Koepka was spewing out of his mouth. Right.
Yeah. So I didn't see any new COVID cases. I didn't see any withdrawals for
withdrawals. That's right.
Yeah.
This is the first event aside from the WGC, just a standard PGA Tour event that didn't have any withdrawals in it. Well, we did have a DQ though.
Yeah. What happened to Cameron Tringali? What happened there?
So he signed for a par. He signed off his playing partner, I guess. Wrote down par for his score.
Yeah.
Cameron's score. Cameron actually had a bogey. It was on a par 3. He signed for a 3 instead of a 4. And it was right on his card, I believe, but wrong on his partner's score. But he didn't really double check it. He kind of just signed it.
Yeah.
And so he gets DQ'd. And that's the second time in a PGA Championship he's been disqualified for signing an incorrect scorecard. Foolish.
That is, it's heartbreaking, but it's like you spend 4.5 hours playing golf, spend 10 minutes going over your score.
Well, my son plays, and they have to get all these little kids together and confirm each other's score. And if there's something different on somebody's score, you have to go shot by shot, really, and come to an agreement. And if you're wrong, then you get disqualified. I've seen that. I've seen somebody be disqualified.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen kids get disqualified for things.
It's rough.
I've never personally seen a scorecard issue disqualifying, but hey, you're a pro. Go up. You know what you shot.
Yeah.
Just look at the guy's card and say, nah, actually I had a bogey there. I mean, they're going to take the score off of your card, so why sign off on a wrong thing on somebody else's?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's crazy. It drives me nuts. It's
no good.
No. And I also this might why can't you just fix your card? Like, why can't you just go to the booth and fix it?
Well, you can.
Not after it's been signed.
Not after it's signed, but you can fix it.
Yeah. If Cameron, they were saying that he's checking his scores online and the PGA doesn't even tell him. He just sees that he's DQ'd online. So he goes over to the 10th. They say, "Oh yeah, you signed a wrong card." It's like, why don't? Okay, well, let's fix it. You have every shot in the shot tracer anyway.
Yeah.
Like, let's just. I feel like this is one of those things. Like, I get when it happened 60 years ago.
You couldn't really prove anything.
Like, you and your playing partner exchange cards and then sign for each other's cards, and then you go into the booth where you've got all the shot link data, and the guy sitting there could probably pull up your name and just be like, "Oh, you shot a 69," and he'd be like, "Yeah," and then the other guy's like, "Oh, I have you down for a 68," and they're like, "Oh, okay, well, like, let's check this together." Like, we have the technology.
Well, that's what you do anyways.
Well, then how did he sign for a wrong card?
Because he didn't look at it. You're supposed to. He just didn't. That's standard practice.
Ugh.
You read your scores. Basically, standard practice is you read
Why
your,
can't-
like, let's say I was taking your score, right?
Yeah.
So I have your
64.
score in my,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I have
Wink, wink.
I have your score and my score on the card.
Yeah.
And you have your score at the top and
Yeah.
or my score at the top and your score at the bottom
Yeah.
on your card. And what you do is I sit there and I go 6, 5, 5, 3, 5. Yeah, I just read them out.
Those
and
are some
you
high
sit there.
numbers, Gunnar.
Well, you know.
Wow. Just because you're a 5 handicap these days.
No, the PGA Championship's hard. I'm pretending we're in the PGA Championship.
Okay. 11, 12.
11. Oh, yeah, I should go higher. I'm sorry. 12. No, so I go through the numbers and you go hole by hole and confirm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And when you get to that, when I say 3 and you have a 4 in front of you, you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, hold up.
Yeah.
I got a bogey on that hole." And then you
Yeah.
say, "Oh, okay." Scratch it out. 4.
Yeah.
4. 3. You just keep going.
Yeah. And
Just
to be
do
fair,
that.
like, even when I play in tournaments, I do that. Like, you go to the end and you just sort of go like 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 12, 5, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're like, perfect.
I like that
There
you
you
have
go.
a 12 and an ace in
Yeah.
your score.
That's how consistent I play golf.
That's just regular guy golf,
That's just regular guy golf, yeah.
That's man of the people golf.
Yep.
You get an ace, you get a quadruple.
Yeah, that's
Easy money.
fine. I was going to say that I think the thing that also drives me nuts is Dustin Johnson is in the lead, and he can't escape the USGA plus 11. Like, they just play that all the time. They're like, the last time Dustin Johnson had the lead, he lost at Whistling Straits. He lost at Pebble Beach after shooting an 11 in the final round. And you're like, why are you haunting this man? Let him play golf. Stop haunting him.
I don't know. Do you have any more news? Or should we jump into this PGA Championship?
I
guess
leave Dustin alone. Leave Dustin
him alone.
Johnson alone. Let him win.
Dustin Johnson's a good guy. Leave him alone.
He seems like a really cool dude.
Did you see him walk into the car?
So back to Brooks. Brooks also says that him and Dustin aren't as good of friends as everybody makes it out. Like, yes, they both work out with Joey D, but that doesn't make them besties.
Interesting, because I've always said on this show, I think Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson are best of friends. I've always felt that way.
You always see them on on each other's boats on their wives' Instagrams pages.
Yeah, I think that's more of the wives are friends.
Yeah.
You ever hung out with somebody because your wife's friends with them, but you're not really friends with them?
Kind of.
Yeah, you're like, I wouldn't hang out with you alone, but in a group is fine. I think that's the Brooks Dustin issue there.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
fair enough. That's how it works. How it goes.
No biggie.
No, that's it. Brooks annoyed me this week. I picked him to win.
Absolutely.
He didn't win, and that annoys me.
He did top 5 though.
I know. He got me loads of points.
I know. I'm gonna start I,
So
I
many
was
points.
I was talking to somebody and I was like, I'm gonna start going back to chalk. As much grief as you give me for picking straight chalk, I'm just going
Straight
going
chalk.
back to straight chalk.
To be fair, it's like I don't go with straight chalk. I went with chalk and a half.
Yeah, but every time I go chalk, you get upset and you're like, "Hey, back off." And
I don't get upset. I just point it out to the public.
But it was pointed out to me that you pointed out to the public and then proceed to pick chalk players.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I
Mind
never say
games.
anything about it. So I'm just going back to.
These are picking.
I tried to be kind.
Player mind games.
I tried to be kind this.
Are
this
you
week.
are you doing the read?
No, I don't know the read.
Okay, surprise read.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
That's my favorite song, but only when I can hear it. Sometimes I have trouble hearing because of the hearing loss that I have from wearing big headphones and listening to Gunnar at loud volumes. So I think it is about time that I head to New Jersey, my home state, the Garden State, home of Bruce Springsteen and Newark International Airport, the New Jersey Devils, Mike Trout.
Oh, that's a good one.
These are all things from New Jersey. If you don't know where it is, just use your Google and say, "Hey, where's New Jersey?" And it'll tell you. If you're having trouble hearing and you feel like it's time for a free hearing test, even if you're not having trouble hearing, but you may be feeling like you're missing out on some frequencies here and there, you can go and get a free hearing test at Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey on the New Jersey Shore. You can tan, laundry, gym, hearing test. All for, well, not all for, I think you'd probably have to pay for laundry and gym and tan. But your hearing test is free.
Just go to the beach.
Just go to the beach and get a hearing test.
Free tan.
Phone number 732, not 77, just 732-888-9000 +1 732-888-9000. Thinking about taking the kids to Disneyland this summer, Disney World this summer? Just drive 20 hours north to New Jersey and get yourself a free hearing test. Hey, Gunnar.
Just bypass Disney World.
Hey,
drive straight through 6 states.
Plan an extra 4 days to your Disney World trip and get a hearing test. Hey, Gunnar.
Yeah.
If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
Yes.
No,
yes.
It doesn't. If no one's there to hear it, sound is how our brain interprets vibrations.
It's still
traveling through the air molecules. And so, yes, there is a vibration, but if we don't hear it, it's not a sound. It's not sound until we hear it. Science!
No, it's totally sound. It still happens.
No, it's just a vibration.
It still happens. It still happens, though.
Nope. Sound is when it hits your earbuds.
Nah, sound is sound.
Nope.
Yeah, it's sound.
Sound is just vibration. If sound is vibration.
You're wrong.
Brexit means Brexit, okay? There you go, Mug Dad. I said it. That is scientifically incorrect. You're a school teacher. You teach the nation's youth.
Correctly.
Yeah. If a tree falls in a vacuum and there's no molecules for the vibration to happen to, there's no sound.
Yeah, but we don't live in a vacuum. Things still make a sound.
If you're not near the
tree,
you're
talking about traveling. You're talking about sound traveling, which you're right. It wouldn't travel, but it still happens.
No, the tree falls. And then a vibration happens. There's not a sound.
There's still a sound.
There's not a sound.
We got to get off of this because you're wrong.
There's no sound. Well, we'll ask.
Anyways, go to the Jersey Shore, get a hearing test.
Just hope no trees fall on your way there. Okay.
That's right.
Because you'll hear them.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello and welcome back to the Swingdom. We're back.
You're so wrong. You're so wrong about sound.
No, that's not how sound. Can you?
All right.
If you scream in space, that'll be the next week's question. If you scream in space, does anybody hear you? No, because you're the only one in space.
That's it.
Yeah.
Plus,
like Star Wars got that wrong.
I mean, like, yeah, you would.
Nope.
They would hear you because you have to have like a microphone set up.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like Houston would hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why are you screaming? It's just like, I didn't think anybody could hear me. I'm in space.
I forgot.
I forgot.
You're on the other end. All right, PGA Championship.
102nd PGA Championship at TPC Harding Park. It played 7,234 yards. That's a good number.
It did.
That is a good number.
You ready for day one?
Day one golf happened.
Listen, day one and day two, obviously, we got to see probably one of the best pairings you're going to see. Tiger, Rory, Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on. What a group.
I had picked JT, and I was a bit upset to see him. He didn't do very, very well in the first day in that group.
No good. No. None of my guys did well either, so if that makes you...
The most exciting thing for me on day one was that my only non-chalk pick, Jason Day,
tore it up.
He's
tied for first by the end of it. It was to shoot a 65 was great too.
Yeah.
So like we just said, Jason Day and Brandon Todd tied for the lead.
Yeah.
65 by the end of the day, 5 under. Your worst round comes from Zach J. Johnson, not to be confused with Zach Johnson.
2000. Oh, not Zach J. Johnson is different than Zach Johnson.
Zach J. Johnson, PGA teaching professional.
Okay.
Cool 82, 12 over. Man of the people.
Man of the people. Yeah.
Man of the people. Ricky was nowhere near getting his first major. Spieth was nowhere near closing the deal. And Denny McCarthy played pretty well.
Yeah.
I would say that, out of 20 PGA pros, none of them were under par. But nobody withdrew. That was nice.
That was nice, yeah.
Brooks played well at 64. He was tied for third by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas won over. That was all right.
It was
day one.
It was sort of like I was thinking he was cut line. He may or may not be cut line.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And your sophomores, they played well.
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah.
What stood out to me from day one though? So Bryson DeChambeau, and I can't remember which hole it is, but he hits a tee shot, he bends over, and as we all do, our hands are on our club when we bend over, we kind of prop ourselves, and the driver snaps.
The driver snapped.
So this is a good callback to our anthill discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. So his driver snaps, and there is a new rule in play.
Yeah.
That if your club breaks outside of play and it's not done on purpose, okay?
Yeah.
Like you didn't get mad and snap it, then you can repair it on course if you have access.
Yeah.
So he got to repair it. What rubbed me the wrong way, just a week later from complaining about ants and not understanding out of bounds rules either. We all understand that OB rules. If it's on the line or touching the line, it's an OB.
Yeah.
That's the line,
yeah.
right? He brags about knowing the new rule in the press conference later. He's like, I know all the rules. I'm really happy. It's a little unknown rule, and
it's not an unknown rule.
I knew I could get my driver fixed, and he was all cheeky about it. And I didn't like that.
To be fair, if I was Ricky Fowler, I would have been like, no.
Yeah,
like if I would have been like, if you didn't lean on it,
right,
it wouldn't have broke. I would have been like, if you didn't lean on it, if you put it right in your bag and you hit your next tee shot with it and it broke on your next tee shot,
and
it broke during a swing, if it doesn't break during a swing or hitting a tree root, like that's like the rule is intended for, like, I hit a tree root and the club, like my shaft is now bent. Can I go get
Mhm.
another 7-iron? And they're like, yes. Because you were trying to play a shot, you couldn't see that rock or that tree root, and now your club is damaged beyond repair. Like, number one, don't lean on your clubs ever.
Mhm.
Especially when you've put on an extra 40 pounds and you don't know how heavy you are. Like, if I was Ricky Fowler, I would have been like, no, dude. And I wouldn't have even come across as the bad guy. I would have just been like,
No.
and I would have gone to the press conference and they'd be like, why wouldn't you let him have a new club? And I'd be like, if he probably had another 50 shots out of that club if he wasn't leaning on it.
Mhm.
So
Well,
no.
and then during his press conference, he does this big, basically impromptu ad for LA golf shafts, and it was like, come on,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is why you're talking
I
about it.
love
But he was
all
like,
the memes coming from Ricky Fowler just looking at how much he hates Bryson.
yeah,
He's just like
it was ridiculous.
just the death stare. No,
But
if I was Ricky, if
that's
I was in
one
that
out of
group,
5 rules he obviously did not know.
would you
And
have let him replace the club?
no,
No.
not a chance.
No.
No.
I would have been like, sorry, dude, like hit your 3-wood like 320.
Yeah, hit your 3-wood. You have a 3-wood, right?
Yeah.
You're out of club.
Yeah. If he had
You
if he had hit the ball and the ball spun crazy left and the because I've had that happen before, where like I've let people who aren't very good borrow my old golf clubs.
Mhm.
And this was a while ago. This is some guy who's like, oh yeah, like I've never played golf before. It'd be great. So I was like, sure, let's go play South Wales. It'll be fine. He
Mhm.
hits the deck before he hits the ball.
Mhm.
And like the ball, and the driver head pops off the shaft.
Mhm.
Because it was like a starter. It was like a beginner starter set.
Yeah.
And the ball still goes somewhere. He's like, oh, can I hit that again? I was like, no, you hit the ball. I was like, if you want to, like, you can go get a different driver, but you don't have a different driver.
Right.
I was like, but that's you swinging and breaking the club. Like the rule is designed like for if you're around a tree and you're trying to hit it, like you hit the golf ball and you bend the club on the tree, like you
Mhm.
shouldn't be out. Like to me, it's not the same as. Like, to me, it's not like, oh, I'm angry and I've thrown my club in the water.
Right.
But it wasn't during play.
No.
Like, don't
But
lean on your club.
you know what I have a hard time with this is if it was an iron, okay, and there was no like replacement head. Like if he didn't have one ready to go,
Yeah.
he would have been out.
Yeah.
Because the epoxy doesn't dry in time.
No.
You can't pop a new shaft. The only reason you could
Yeah.
pop the shaft
It's
in
because they're all screwed in now.
yeah, because this is it's an adjustable shaft.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wasn't in on it, but
No.
your leader by the end of day 1 is Jason Day.
It's Jason
Next.
Day. Next, day 2.
Friday, John Rahm, Phil, and Sergio all paired together. Awesome. They really got the pairings right.
I think so, yeah.
The first 2 days.
Yeah.
Like I said,
really think the PGA should just sit there and be like, all right, let's look at the top 20 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be like, all right, number 1 in the world is Justin Thomas. Like, who does he hate the most?
That's right.
Let's put him with Patrick Reed.
Because because if you notice the excuse me, the main pairings never include these PGA professionals.
No.
It's just the players.
It should
the
be
lower
like,
pairings include them.
Yeah. And they're all middle of the day, so they don't get seen on TV at all.
That's right. You don't have Judd.
It should be a celebration of these guys, and it's not.
It should
it's just
be.
Another, it's another PGA Tour event.
Yeah. You don't see Judd Gibb getting to play with Rory McIlroy.
No. And it's always like the only way they ever do it is like this is Justin Thomas, and his dad is a teaching pro. This is so and so, and his dad was a teaching pro.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? That's like those are the ones you see. Like this is Jim Furyk. His dad was a teaching pro.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's never like this is a guy who's playing today. He is a teaching pro. Let's go take a look at his golf course.
Let's see this guy.
Yeah.
So out of 20, And you remember my long shot was 6 pros.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be 3, but we changed it to 6 pros, make the cut. 0, make the cut
0 made the cut.
at 1 over.
Yeah. We'll know for next year. This is a learning experience.
Yeah, sure.
You should have pulled up the stats and been like, how many PGA teaching pros have made the cut like in the last 10 years?
I thought 3 was a solid number. I think it's few. I think it's very few. I think it's on average, it's under 1.
I thought out of 20, you would think it would be like a quarter of them. I thought it would be like 5. I thought it would be 5 or 6. That's where my thinking was. Guess what?
Oh, no.
I was wrong.
Totally wrong.
Yep.
Your best rounds were 6 under, which I believe. Let me look at my notes. I think I actually nailed the under the low rounds of the week.
Yeah, I went for 8 under, and I was off by 2 apparently.
That's right. And
I was
every
off by
round
exactly 2.
Every round we got to see a 6 under, but Tommy Fleetwood and Cameron Champ both go 64 6 under.
Yeah.
Ricky gets cut. Now, did you see what happened to Ricky Fowler?
No.
So Ricky Fowler puts his putter down and it slips. He puts his putter down on the green and it slips. It hits the ball. Okay. And then he taps it in.
Yeah.
Okay. He gets a double and he misses the cut by 1 stroke.
Yeah. I knew that he missed the cut by 1. I didn't realize it was like an accidental putting error.
Yeah. If you look at it, it just slips. He puts it down. He goes to move. And it kind of kicks forward. What should have happened is he should have stopped, said, hey, that was not a stroke. My putter just slipped out from under me. He would have been allowed to replace it with no penalty and tap the ball in. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the rule.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So he would have made the cut had he just stopped.
There was so much money if you made the cut.
I know, so much. Jordan Spieth scrapes by, and Denny McCarthy is 2 above the cut line. Brooks Koepka, he's tied for 2nd, sitting at 7 under by the end of the day. Justin Thomas shoots even, so he's still 1 over.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Day's tied for 2nd by the end of the day.
Yeah.
And obviously all the sophomores are in play. Morikawa, Hovland, and Wolf. Your worst round is Judd Gibb with an even more solid 84 14 over.
Nice.
PGA.
You know what? You like man of the people, I get it. Like he's at the PGA Championship.
That's right.
He's there.
He's there.
He shouldn't like the PGA teaching pros shouldn't be like they're a man of the people every day. Who was the worst? Who was the worst tour pro?
Well, I'm not. Well, we'll get to them.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I never talk down about the man of the people candidates.
Oh, okay.
I just enjoy seeing the scores.
Was it Brooks Koepka had his hip worked on in round?
In the middle of the round. Yep.
That's weird. And he's Cameron like, these injuries aren't going to stop me.
No. Well, I think they did. Cameron Tringali, incorrect scorecard, got DQ'd. And that's really the highlights. I think there was an ace, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
That's really all the day 2. How did you feel about day 2 going in? Like, were you looking forward to something for the weekend after the end of play on Saturday or on Friday?
So after Friday, Saturday, I was like, well, you messaged me and you were like 0 teaching pros made it.
That's
and
right.
I felt pretty bad about that.
Good. You should.
I think the thing that I noticed more than anything else was like the rough was hard. The rough was really sticky.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited to see sort of how the next 2 days would play out rough wise.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Because that's sort of like, I think that's the thing that I like about my favorite thing about the Open Championship, and I wish we saw it more in the States, is like make the fairways wider, but have the rough be like a foot tall.
Yeah, well, you saw like Ricky Fowler duff
Yeah.
2 balls out of the rough.
Yeah.
There was just no getting out of it.
So it was like 6 inches. I think by the time like Sunday rolled around, it was like 7.5. It was nasty. But I'm sitting there going like, these fairways are tight.
Yes, very tight.
These
very
fairways,
tight fairways.
are tight, which is why I like. We'll get to Colin Morikawa, but it was very interesting to see that the long hitters were still doing well, even though accuracy isn't their prerogative.
Right.
So
yeah, it was almost getting. They were getting lucky a lot.
Yeah. All right. Saturday.
So, Saturday round, we had Reed and Bryson paired together.
Yeah.
And I was really hoping that there would be some sort of rules scuffle.
Oh my God.
There wasn't.
No, I think to be fair, like when I saw that matchup, I was like, so on one, they're going to like Reed gets to cheat on the odd holes and Bryson gets to cheat on the even holes, and they're just going to call it a day.
Call it a day.
Oh, did you see? Oh, I saw an ant too. There's several ants right there.
Look at all these ants.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a white OB line. That's technically a red.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm seeing red.
Yeah, like, I'm seeing red.
You're seeing white, but I'm seeing red.
I'm seeing red. My partner, he's agreeing with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, as a matter of fact,
he did not build that sandcastle with the club. That sandcastle was there already.
So, one of the kids Gavin was playing with this weekend in his tournament, he got second. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out. One of the kids actually landed their ball on this huge ant colony structure.
Really?
And did get relief from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
no, it's like Bryson snapping his club over his knee. That's just part of his swing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like let's go get him a new shaft.
Have you seen his follow through? It always goes across his knee.
Goes across
in
his
anger.
Knee.
That's right. Anyways, best round was 500. DJ Scotty Scheffler and Colin Morikawa.
Scotty Scheffler, I was surprised to see up there.
I was too. He would have definitely been a long shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worst round 76, 6 over. Ryan Palmer. Jordan Spieth, my guy. Yeah. Really took himself out of the whole thing. And Sung Kang.
Yeah.
I was left with Spieth and Denny McCarthy. No point. I don't even want the points. They were so bad. Brooks, JT, and Jason Day.
They're all in the money for me.
Even.
Yeah.
They're all in the money.
JT, I was very surprised came back the way he did. So that was cool.
Brooks obviously gives his I bring experience to the leaderboard speech at the end of the rounds. But the main highlight was Bryson DeChambeau actually did hit a 95-foot putt.
Yes.
From front to back of the green. And it was gnarly. If you haven't seen
his celebration.
Oh, so I got mad about the celebration.
I got so mad.
So it was so after the fact too, and he's so childish about it.
He's so pumped up.
Well, I think it almost looked like fake pumped up. Yeah,
and I was just sort of
go watch the YouTube video. That's exactly what it looked like. It was terrible.
It was.
I hated it.
So many neck veins.
Let me explain. This PGA Championship. This PGA Championship, and I think you were just about to say the same thing. I've lost all respect for Brooks Koepka, and now I officially dislike Bryson DeChambeau.
If Bryson DeChambeau never wins again, I'm okay
fine
with that.
I'm cool with it. Yeah, I just don't like him.
If Brooks Koepka never wins again, I'm okay with that.
I was so okay with both of them.
Let me put this in perspective.
They were their own people. Now I just don't like them.
Yeah. I would rather Patrick Reed beat them in a three-person playoff out of a bunker in which he's actually picked up the ball and placed it in a better location and claimed he didn't.
Yep.
Like that's what they should put Brooks, Bryson, and Patrick Reed in a group and just play them at noon and be like, nobody's going to see you on television ever again.
Mm-hmm. It was, I don't know. I'm kind of agree. I actually do agree. I'd actually rather see. I'd rather see Bryson DeChambeau or Brooks Koepka in the Ryder Cup against, who should I make him against? Ian Poulter. Against Ian Poulter and get him wiped.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I mean, so like my thing right now is Brooks and Bryson are becoming more famous for their podium propaganda. Alliteration.
Absolutely.
Shout out alliteration.
Shout out learning.
Yeah. For their podium propaganda than they are for their play. And it's just like, I'm not saying you have to be Bill Belichick out there. Like, you don't have to be Dustin Johnson. But like, you're a professional.
Act like one.
Yeah. Like, I get it. Like, when me and my buddies go out and we're all sort of around the same handicap. Like, I get it when I get upset because, like, the handicaps at my club don't reflect their actual playing. That's to me is upsetting. And I have this platform, so I talk about it. But when you're a professional, you're like, you represent everything that these guys want to be. Like, you're just setting a bad example for kids. You're setting a bad example for everybody. Like, you don't want to get out there and be like if I'm playing Gunnar today, like, the last thing I want to do is like get on News Channel 8 and talk publicly about his driving technique or make little pokey fun. Like, the thing is like, do it one of two ways, right? Like, don't say anything and win. Or say everything and get out. Don't be like, oh, there's an anthill here, or like, oh, like, well, you don't really need science. Just be like, just become an analyst and be like, I understand that Bryson has his own technique, and I understand that he bases that a lot in like elementary physics and like high school science. Like, and you can sort of, and then sort of go the other way and say like, but his approach has worked for him this year. He's already won once and he's top 5 like 4 times. So I can't, like, if it's working for him, that's fine. But I don't understand it. I'm not going to use it. Nobody's going to talk me into using it. I don't think it's how the tour is going to move forward from here. I don't think kids are using it. I think kids are still playing by feel. But, like, kudos to him for doing something that works for him.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, yeah, like, you don't need science because I play golf.
Right.
You just look dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Get him
it's
out
like
of there.
Tiger Woods doesn't go around bragging about using science, but he knows, like, if he had to build a club, he would know how to build a club from scratch, and using scientific methods.
Yep.
Like, everybody says he's the golfer who has the most feel in golf, which I believe. Like, he knows if he misses the club face by like a millimeter, right? Like, he knows if he misses the center of the putter face by a like, everybody said that when he putts, he hits the center of the face and his misses are like never more than like 2 millimeters off, which is insanity. But to sit there and be like, oh, I don't use science, be like, well, like, Tiger Woods uses, like, you do use science because you go to the gym every day. Like, you use health and fitness science to make yourself better at golf. Like, you use science because, like, you want to know how long of a driver to have to, like, most efficiently make your arc produce speed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you use science when you putt because, like, you need to know what your arc is so that you can hit the most accurate putts, speed, distance, trajectory. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not using science, you're just using feel. Like, you're not going to hit 5-footers where you have to aim like a foot to the right.
Yeah.
You have to interpret that all in your brain automatically. Like, just because Bryson is like, oh, I've got a little compass that nobody likes, doesn't make him more scientific than you. It just makes him more into the method.
Yeah, I actually like his compass.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
I actually like the
hate them
compass
both.
idea.
I hate them
But
both
that was
right
more
now.
of an engineering thing. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I didn't say
Well,
it wasn't like I just said it was science. Engineering is a very important part of science.
Yeah, no, I like the compass thing. That's what but everything else, I'm like, all right, bud, stop. I was actually mad that they took the compass away. I was like, that was cool.
But the other side of that is like, yes, I'm mad, and you are as well. You're mad at Bryson for being so quote unquote scientific.
I'm mad at his attitude.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. Is like, I'm mad at Brooks for being like so quote unquote like bro science.
Yeah.
Like, if I drink Michelob's and hit the ball far, I'm gonna win.
Right. Yeah. I'm mad at. To be fair, I'm mad at Bryson for somebody who's so obviously smart.
Yeah.
He says the dumbest stuff.
Yes.
And that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And for some people, it doesn't. That's
okay.
All right. All right.
That's enough of us ranting about these two. But yeah, poor attitudes. Right. Round 4.
Round 4. Final round. DJ and Scotty Scheffler in the final group.
Yeah.
That doesn't go anywhere.
I said this already. They must have showed that Pebble Beach meltdown from Dustin Johnson
1,000 times.
The 3 chip out of the rough. They show that and it's heartbreaking.
Just get off of it.
It's just like, the thing is like, it's a man of the people moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody's been there. Everybody's been on like the 18th hole playing a friend of yours, and it's 1 hole to win, or it's 2 shots to break 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you need to get up and down to break 100 for the first time. And you duff your chip.
Yeah, it's a meltdown, and it's okay. It happens.
Everybody, yeah.
And all over the news this morning, and this is true. This is the 4th time that Dustin Johnson's held the 54-hole lead in a major and not capitalized.
Yeah,
that's true. But that's dominating the news cycle, and it shouldn't. It's just kind of out to get Dustin.
Yeah. Was it Bandon Dunes or Whistling Straits where he placed his club in what was considered a bunker, even though I thought it was waste area?
Oh, I don't remember. I think that was Bandon Dunes.
Yeah. Those were like the broccoli greens, they called them, or something weird.
Well, and it also, I'm pretty sure he held the lead, the 54-hole lead at Chambers Bay when Jordan Spieth beat him.
Oh, no, that was at Chambers Bay. Sorry. Yeah, that was Chambers Bay. And he puts his putter down on like 17 and nowhere near the ball, but the ball rolls. Yeah.
And he gets penalized for it. Yeah. That's kind of where the rule came. If you accidentally move your ball without taking a stroke, you can put it back.
Yeah. Well, no, and then on 18, he has to move the gallery.
That's right.
He has to move the gallery. And then they're like, no, that's a bunker.
Oh, yes.
You can't put your club down there. That's a bunker. And I'm like,
but it's just sandy. It's just sandy turf.
Yeah. You're like, number one, there's grass. Like, nobody's raked it. Number 2, like, let's start putting the gallery in greenside bunkers.
Yeah. We've always done that. We've always sat spectators in the field of play.
Yeah. So it's
always, that's what we do.
But you play at Augusta and you hit it in the pine straw and there are spectators there. Like, that's waste area. That's not like overgrown fairway bunkers.
Right. I don't know. It's silly.
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was a crazy way okay. So they just, 4 times he is not capitalized on the 54-hole lead. But he does have a major championship to his name. He
does.
Yeah. And he's still got 21 wins.
That's right. He sure does. Can't take that away from him.
Brooks.
Your best rounds obviously come from Colin Morikawa, Ben On, and Ryan Palmer at 6 under.
Ben On had a hole-in-one.
He sure did. Your worst round was Jim Herman, 5 over 75.
Jim Herman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben, you got you nailed your long shot. A sophomore did win. Colin Morikawa, bogey free, with
I'm
an
flexing.
eagle on 16, drove the
Yeah.
green. What a clutch.
Yeah.
And it was right at the pin.
Yeah.
Clutch
It was pretty.
drive. He wins it. He drives it to 7 feet, makes the eagle. This is his third win in 27 starts. So it's 2 PGA Tour wins.
And a major.
Second this year and
Yeah.
a major.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's gone from Spieth comparisons to Tiger comparisons, hasn't he?
Well, I think they were comparing him to Tiger Woods already.
Yeah.
This more solidifies it. But let's not forget, Jordan Spieth is like the 5th and 6th youngest major winner at 21.
Yeah.
Collins 23. Jordan Spieth won so young.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen anything from him really since.
No.
So I hate that. It's always too early to tell. Don't do this.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. This is why I enjoyed comparing him to Spieth instead of Tiger, because I was like at least like we have it's not sort of 20 years of history, it's 10 years of history. I guess it's like almost 30 years. Yeah, 25 years of history versus 10 years of history. And like this is like Tiger started the modern era, like the Gen Z era of golf.
Mm-hmm.
He started like the millennial era of golf.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, I don't know, we know this. When he started it, nobody that was playing on tour was ready for him.
Nope.
No. But now you've got everybody out there who is like Tiger-esque.
Yeah.
Like they're all there and competing. So for this guy to be doing it, and I love that he's doing it under the radar. Like I love that he's not Brooksing or Brysoning it up.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. People were finally like, "Oh yeah, he is a tour player."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of this guy before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All 3 sophomores made the cut and finished in like the top 40.
Top 40. That was a better long shot, by the way.
That all 3 would finish in the top 40?
Top 15.
Yeah.
Because you had 2 of them in there. You did have 2.
I did, yeah. Matthew Wolff came back on Sunday like crazy.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the PGA Championship. Colin Morikawa, your winner.
He wins it. I was pumped to see him win it. Would I've liked to have seen Dustin win it? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to have seen Dustin pull it off. I feel like he gets more talk about sort of being the veteran on tour than sort of like the major winner.
Mm-hmm.
But he's had opportunities. He's had so many opportunities. Yeah. Like he's been in over 80 majors.
I think so, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So to have one is sort of insanity, but at least he has one.
And it's a good one.
Yeah. Are we going point? You want to just skip the points this week? You want to just pretend there are no points?
Yeah, you got a lot of points.
I got a lot of points.
I got like 200 some odd points. You got 1,100, so it doesn't matter.
All right, cool. That is perfect. Yeah.
Let's do a read.
I think that's the thing is, right? Is like it's the PGA Championship happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's the general gist. It's sort of like, yeah. I wanted a bit more excitement out of it. I wanted it to be a bit, not that it wasn't a thrilling finish, but there's not going to be a photo of Colin Morikawa on 18 with grandstands jumping up and down.
No, and nobody to,
yeah,
you don't have your buddies out there rooting for you.
No, yeah, like, I mean, how many guys, waited for him off of 18 to give him a fist bump?
Right. Although, one bit of controversy, did you see that Steph Curry was spectating? He was there.
Was he?
Yeah, Steph Curry was there, and it's a big deal. And I agree with the people who have an issue with this. Because there were people who bought tickets and people who are members of the club who did not get to attend, and then some superstar just gets to show up whenever he feels like it.
Yeah, but that's the PGA Tour. That's the PGA Tour doing that. What's he doing outside of the NBA bubble?
I don't know either, huh?
Yeah.
No good.
The NBA
This
bubble is
is no
supposed to be
good.
really tight.
Yeah. And he was
Oh,
on
okay.
TV.
So like
Come on, man.
I saw that. But remember we were talking about like so the Golf Channel spun that differently, which was like Steph Curry wants to like offers to caddy for Colin Morikawa,
Uh-huh.
which is that's a bit of spin that you shouldn't be having. It should be Steph Curry needs to get back to Disney World inside the NBA bubble.
He's across the country.
Yeah. Like there are people
I
in
don't
the NBA
know.
bubble who have yeah, that's just not smart. But Golf Channel did come out and be like, this is fun. This is a fun thing for Steph Curry to do. So
That's right.
I ignored that story basically. I just saw the headline. Yeah, I like when Colin Morikawa makes the eagle on 16.
Mm-hmm.
Like I sincerely missed just like the jumping up and down in grandstands and beer cans being thrown or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was eerily quiet. It was foggy for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
There were loads of scenic shots of cypress trees. You do sort of miss that like large portion of fans milling about the facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, read. You doing the read?
Yep.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
All right. We did not get to it. That's my fault. But Hot Mic is
Hot mic.
Hot Mic is your
Hot
go-to
mic.
app for watch parties. And your friendly Swingdom hosts are watch party hosts on the free Hot Mic app. With Hot Mic, the only watch party platform for watching live sports and TV, with a community of hosts, friends, and fams together and in sync. You can watch, listen, and interact live with your choice of hosts, athletes, celebrities, that's us, friends, and more, all while watching the teams you love best.
Yes.
And golf, if you like individual sports like that.
Mhm.
With Hot Mic's revolutionary sync technology, you can watch on any screen using any service, and everyone is in the moment together, perfectly in sync.
Yes.
Timing is everything. When a big play ends in a score. Man, I'm not good at reading this morning. It's early.
It is early.
When a big play ends in a score or a shot was blocked, and we believe everyone should experience those moments together without
Yes.
it being spoiled a few seconds too soon. Plus, you explore the app while staying in your watch party with our minimize feature. This is brand new. And even better, you stay in the watch party and still hear the audio, even when you open other apps on your phone. That's perfect because I like to
pretty cool.
do other stuff.
Yeah, I
that's
like
nice.
I like to follow the actual scoreboards while I'm listening.
Yeah,
to Hot
while
Mic.
you're listening. Right.
Yeah.
So with Hot Mic, we let you choose how to watch, who you watch with, and how you share awesome live moments. Watch and experience together, even when you're far apart. So go on your Android or Apple device, free Hot Mic app. Go in
Yes.
there. For now, like we told you a couple days ago, still use that invite code GOLF, GOLF. Pretty soon we're going to have our own link, so we'll be posting that out. You can just click on it.
Yep.
And then make sure you follow us on there. It helps us out. We love doing it. It's been a little while because of our crazy schedules, but we're coming back to it.
Well,
so
I mean, you have a crazy schedule. I just don't have the internet.
that's also
Guess
harmful.
what? I'm getting the internet this week.
So Ben will start doing hot mics.
I'll start doing hot mics on I might just take phone calls and just have people do hot mics on phone calls.
I like that.
Just start calling people on Facebook and just be like, "Hi, are you watching the golf?"
That's perfect. I love it. So go on there, download the Hot Mic app. It's absolutely free, and come watch with us.
Yeah, please. Golf, Hot Mic, golf, do it.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
That was simultaneously the best read and the worst read I've ever done.
I think you wrote that really well, but then you didn't read it very well.
It was really succinct, and then I couldn't read it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Would you rather? This is the would you rather. This is the quick would you rather. I was going to ask you this during it. Would you rather see more championships where the fairways are super tight, but the rough is like 5-6 inches, or would you rather see them where like they're wide, like twice as wide,
Mm-hmm.
but the rough is like it's like fescue grown to a foot?
All the grass is seeding.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
I like the wider fairways because I like having scoring chances,
Yeah,
but if you aren't like it extends the accuracy circle, I guess, if you will.
yeah,
But if you mess up, it's extremely penalizing. I like that kind of golf.
yeah, yeah. To me, I just
So
think
give me
like,
the wide fairways, give me the
yeah.
tall rough. Let's see golf.
No, I just think it was really interesting this week that that on Sunday, like the not the longest hitters had the best rounds at -6.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like the guys who were like, oh, I'm gonna bomb it, not care about accuracy, and like I'd rather have like 100-yard shot from the rough than 150-yard shot from the fairway. I
Right.
just think this is an important lesson. Like, I'd rather have a 150-yard shot from the fairway.
Same.
Yeah.
I
So,
like it.
all right.
I like that idea. When
What
you
do you
tighten
do?
up the fairways, you just take the golf out of it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's like what are these guys don't really necessarily care too much about driver accuracy, do they?
Mm-mm.
Like Bryson has admitted scientifically he gives 0 Fs about driver accuracy.
Yeah, it's all about the long ball, not the straight ball.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just curious because like that was a yawn. I yawned, sorry. It's
I've
early for me
yawned like
too. It's 11
12
o'clock here.
times. I've yawned like 12 times, and I've done my best to hide it. And you're just right in the mic.
Just
Right in the mic, yawn it.
Yawning.
I even have this mic in front of my face so you can't see when I'm yawning.
Should
You're
I
like,
just
forget
like
it.
oh, let me see if I can do this. Should I just like
Just yawn quietly. There it is. So you have one too. There we go. All right. What am I doing in golf this week?
What am I doing in golf this week? I am playing golf tonight. I've played too much golf lately.
Are you?
I played Friday in my
Mhm.
Summer Gents knockout against
Mm-hmm.
a gentleman named Oliver. It's probably Oliver. I didn't ask, but Ollie. And he beat me 2-1.
Oh goodness! Right at the end.
To be fair, he was up 4 through 10.
Wow.
He was good. He was good. He was a 6 handicap. I'm an 11.
But you hung on.
I hung
You hung
on.
on.
I came back. I lost. I lost it on 17.
Mm.
It's what happens. You know what I mean? It was really good to sort of play. I didn't really have any expectation to win because I didn't really have Let me rephrase that. I had all the expectation in the world to win,
Right.
but I wasn't surprised because it seemed like he had been playing club golf for
Mm-hmm.
his life. Like, you know what I mean? There's going to be a big difference between you and Gavin when it comes to competitive golf.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're sort of like, oh, I show up to like the Monday skins match or like the Tuesday roll up, and like it's me against myself with some other people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Gavin is like, no, I'm going out to win.
Right.
And I think like that's like my big thing this year is that I don't have any real expectation. Like I have expectation to win, but I don't have any, like, I don't know what I should be feeling around the course. I don't know how I should be setting myself up better. Like,
Right.
I'm learning that course management is almost more important than distance at club golf level.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
For sure.
So no, I had fun. Ollie was great to play with Ollie. And then I played yesterday with Joe Brian Edmonds from Open Stance Golf. And so that's going to be a video coming out in the next few weeks.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
So we're going to be playing
They
a
had
lot of golf
a lot of
together.
fun.
Yeah, he's a very, very cool dude. We're going to be playing a lot of golf together. Yeah, I think we may even travel a bit. I think we may go to like Spain or Turkey and play some golf in Spain and Turkey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little easier for you.
Yeah. I would invite you, but you've got a job.
I have a job.
If we did more hot
Dang.
mic, you might not have a job.
No, I would still have a job.
I
I like it. Very
but no,
cool.
things are good. I'm gonna start doing more product reviews on the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I got fitness golf for my SkyTrack,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a certain Georgia golf club that I'm not allowed to mention.
Oh, no.
So I'll be playing a certain Georgia golf club on my golf simulator.
That's very exciting.
It is exciting, yeah. I think I could say Augusta, right? Like I would be playing a golf course in Augusta, Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think I can say the M word or the name of the club itself.
I don't know.
Okay. What are you doing in golf this week?
So we are kind of taking a break for the next 4 days because Gavin has his final event on Wednesday, and then on Thursday is his tour championship.
What?
So he's playing in that. He is currently in the lead in Player of the Year standings.
Wow.
So we'll see if he can hang on to that. I don't believe the championship awards any points. I think it's the final event, and you get, I think, a
Then
Player
you
of the
get
Year
the trophy
awarded
at the
at the
championship.
championship.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. He's won Player of the Year his second time on tour, his second year.
Yeah.
But hasn't really been close. So this year's been really good for him.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all we're doing. He's gonna practice. He's recovering from a leg injury, so he can't really do much.
What, did he fall off his bicycle?
No, he was racing some friends and pulled a muscle, pulled a hammy. He's having a hard time recovering. Plus, he's getting those growing pains in his legs, so it's not helping.
No.
No, but he's doing well. So we've just been playing some golf. He's had oh, my computer's dying here. He got second on Saturday, so
awesome.
He's doing well.
That's really, really cool. Yeah.
But that's about it. That's all we got.
Okay. Have you played golf at all? What's going on with your golf game?
I have not played in a while. No, my schedule's just been too hectic.
Yeah. All right.
So, that's it.
It was the PGA Championship this week.
Don't sound so excited.
It was in San Francisco.
It was fun.
To be fair, that's what Jim Nance and Nick Faldo sounded like.
Yeah.
They're like,
it's
the PGA Championship. Isn't that exciting? Ooh, they must have said exciting 1,000 times, like to get everybody excited.
The only time they got excited was when Morikawa drove the green.
Yeah. Yeah. I just I don't know if it's because there's no fan. I don't know what it is, but it's. Yeah.
It's tough.
We'll see what happens.
Masters,
right. The Masters is not having fans. Is that true?
I don't know if that's confirmed.
We'll figure that out for next episode. Thank you guys for listening to the Swingdom. I'm Ben.
Mm-hmm. I'm Gunnar.
That's me. Gunnar. He's Gunnar.
We're here.
This is early.
It's very early. I know. I got to go get the kids up.
Ooh.
That's how early it is.
It's
so early, the kids aren't awake for school yet.
All right. I will see you on Wednesday.
You sure will.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening to the Swingdom. Swingdom out. Check
us out on iTunes. Check us out on Instagram at the Swingdom. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook. If you're listening to this on iTunes, please rate and review us. And that's it. Yeah, Ben, Swingdom out. Is that
Swingdom out?
Is that what Swingdom out?
Swingdom out. Check out the YouTube, subscribe, and all that stuff. Yeah. Bye.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just two guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.